There's another reference to a guy in a tie-dye shirt, which is Patrick Curso, 8793, which is curious. Patrick Michael Curso. Patrick advised investigators he saw the gunman. Patrick also related that Chris Markham's sister dates of the people in the gang. His sister is identified as Nicole Markham. Patrick stated he was in the commons area. It started outside. He saw a kid in a trench coat. He had a plastic bag with him. The person then threw something in the parking lot. Patrick related he saw the gunman shoot one of the kids in the knee. The gunman was 5 to 6 feet away from the victim. The person who was shot was Austin Eubanks. The trash bag the shooter had was black in color. Patrick related when the shooter went inside, he saw his face. He described the shooter as 165 pounds, 6'3", senior at the school, no glasses, dark brown hair, black trench coat, pink tie-dye type shirt, possibly yellow. Now, even if you have a fog of war situation, would you mistake a black shirt for a yellow or pink tie-dye shirt? I mean, maybe you might mistake it for dark blue, dark gray. Would you mistake it for a pink tie-dye shirt, possibly yellow and pink mix, tie-dye? Patrick related there were 5 to 10 kids in the group. Patrick related they previously said they were going to take over the school. Curious. Very, very curious. From the Denver Dispatch tapes transcript, we've got a possible suspect. Somebody once just left the library. A white male in a tie-dye t-shirt. Unknown what he's wanted for, but I got that from 5A Dispatch. Man in a multicolor shirt, possible suspect. Information from 490, any other description, 1309. Brianne Cook, document 6276, saw Perry in Clement Park Library on April 20th with several individuals, including Pauline Colby. He was wearing a tie-dye shirt and a black baseball cap. So how popular are tie-dye shirts? I mean, I don't know. And Perry was supposedly never at the school, let alone with a gun. So I don't know. Andrea Cook, 5189, talked to Robert Perry at Clement Park Library afternoon, April 20th. He was wearing a tie-dye shirt and no trench coat. Sunny Hop, 1936, saw Robert Perry walking from the direction of Columbine to the Clement Park Library on April 20th after the shooting. He wore a tie-dye shirt and a black baseball cap backwards. She'd known him for 6 years and was 100% sure that it was he. Let's look at that. 1936. Sunny Hop, or Hope, Hopp. May 12th, investigators spoke to the subject. Sunny was in school at Columbine day of the incident. Within 2 hours after the incident began, Sunny was at the public library in Clement Park and saw Redacted walking from the vicinity of the lake behind the library toward the front of the library. Sunny stated she could not give an exact time because she had lost all concept of time that day. Based on the direction that Redacted was walking, Sunny assumed he had come from Columbine High School and thought that was unusual because he is not a student there anymore. So apparently she's talking about Perry here. Sunny described the clothing that Perry was wearing as black pants, a tie-dye shirt, and a black baseball cap turned backwards. When Sunny asked if she saw any logos on Redacted's hat, she stated that she did not recall seeing a logo that day. Although Redacted usually wears a black baseball cap with a white Jägermeister logo on it. Sunny did not speak to Redacted that day, but stated that she has known Redacted for about 6 years and is 100% sure that it was he. Sunny did not see Redacted in any other time on that date. What does everybody make of that? Let's look at Andrea Cook. Document 5188. June 3rd. Report date regarding, this lead sheet. Andrea Cook indicates in her letter that she was acquainted with Redacted and stated in the letter that he knew about the attack that was going to take place at Columbine High School before it occurred. Attached to the lead control sheet, also the original letter written by Andrea Cook to Mrs. Lucas. The fourth paragraph on this one-page handwritten letter reads the following: "Even what happened at Columbine will not discourage me. I will always have fond memories there. It was the first place where I did not get teased as much. I guess I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for the fire alarm. I was in my food class at the time. My friends told me a bomb exploded close to the room. I'm thankful I'm alive, but mad. I just found out Redacted helped get the guns. At least he turned himself in. I knew him. I went to a dance with him. He told me right after this happened at Columbine, he knew they were going to do it. I asked him why he did not tell. He said he wasn't sure." And so they forgot to black out Robert Perry, it looks like one point later in the document. So I'm assuming this is constantly they're talking about Robert Perry here. And so she just found out Robert Perry helped them get the guns. I mean, the plot thickens. And he turned himself in. So are all these rumors early on that he turned himself in, are they accurate? And did he have some kind of plea deal immunity? And is this why this is such a big mess? Because they felt like they couldn't get all the info they needed without giving him immunity, so they gave him immunity, and he really was a shooter. And then that's what caused all these issues. Or at the very least, he was there, even if not a shooter. Even if some people, or even there with a gun and not a shooter. I mean, who knows? There's a lot of combinations. I went out to a dance with him. Okay, so he said he wasn't sure why he didn't tell him them. On May 19th, investigative officer met with Andrea Christine Cook at her residence. In discussing the shooting deaths at Columbine High, she advised at 11:30 she was in food class. Fire alarm went off. She stated that her fellow classmates went to the exit. She exited the school with her, initially ending up by the tennis courts. She stated that during this time she did not know what was taking place until she had heard an explosion and 2 gunshots. So I.O. then showed Andrea Cook the handwritten letter addressed to Mrs. Lucas, signed by her, with her confirming that she did write the letter on May 12th, 1999. She further advised I.O. that she knew Redacted and that she had only one date with him. She stated that the two of them attended a dance at Columbine High December 98, with this dance being a formal occasion. She then showed I.O. a photograph taken of Robert Perry and her in formal attire at this dance. After this date, she stated that Redacted asked her if they could be more serious, with her stating she did not want to become more serious and just wanted to remain friends. She told him that she only went to this dance with him as a friend and nothing more, and apparently this did not greatly upset him, since they still talked in a friendly manner after this dance date. I.O. then analyzed the 4th paragraph in this handwritten letter by Andrea Cook, asked her at the time to explain the sentence, "I just found out Redacted helped get the guns." Andrea Cook advised I.O. that she heard that Redacted had obtained the guns for Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold from several female students in her accounting class while they were attending Chatfield High School. She stated that she could not recall the names of these students who mentioned this bits of information in front of her. She also stated that these 2 girls then talked about the fact that Redacted had turned himself in, but added that the girls did not state to what authorities did he turn himself into. Andrea Cook advised I.O. that the last time she talked to Redacted was on April 20th, 1999, and that this short conversation between the 2 of them took place at Clement Library while the shooting and bombing incidents were taking place at Columbine High. Andrea Cook stated that she saw Redacted outside the Clement Library shortly before noon on that date. She stated that he came up to her and said, "This has got to be Eric Harris's doings." Redacted further told her that Eric Harris had told him that he was planning on doing something like this. Andrea Cook stated that Redacted at this time was quite angry when he was telling her this information. She further stated that he told her that he wished he had killed Eric before he did something like this. Andrea Cook advised I.O. that she asked him at that time why he did not tell the police this same information on this day, April 20th, with him replying he wasn't sure that it was Eric Harris who was doing this at Columbine High. She stated that Redacted then went into the library to get his sister, which is the last time she either talked to him or saw him. She further added that Redacted was steamed when he was talking to her and that he was very angry at whoever was responsible for what was taking place at Columbine High School. She stated that on April 20th, when she was talking with Redacted at Clement Library, he was wearing a tie-dye shirt with the primary colors being hot pink and yellow. again, curiously matching the description of one of the shooters by several students. She further stated that he did not have a trench coat on at that time or in his possession. Andrea Cook further advised IO that she had not even heard of the Trenchcoat Mafia prior to this incident taking place at Columbine High. She further stated that Redacted and Eric Harris were friends, and that was the extent of her acquaintanceship with Eric Harris. She further stated that she did not know Dylan Klebold on a personal basis, and in fact did not even like him based upon the little bit that she did know of him. Wow. Okay. Wow. What a statement. No follow-up, no nothing. So we have Robert Perry in a yellow-pink tie-dye shirt. Several individuals have reported seeing him in this attire, including in the cafeteria with a gun. Make of that what you will. And then, of course, Sunny Hope happened to saw Redacted walking from the direction of Columbine High School to the Clement Park Library with a tie-dye shirt as well.